live look at the Fulton County Rice Street jail. The clock is ticking for former President Trump and 18 of his co-defendants to turn themselves in. Right now, they have just over 6 days to come forward. All 19 were indicted Monday on RICO charges for their alleged efforts to overturn Georgia's 2020 presidential election. All of them are going to have to make their way here to Atlanta. We're still waiting to hear when former President Trump will. That said, we're learning the former president has canceled his Monday press conference.
Yeah, Mr. Trump said he'd hold that conference in New Jersey to lay out what he calls new evidence of voter fraud here in Georgia. He said it will completely exonerate him, but he says his lawyers would rather put the evidence in legal form. Federal and state election officials say there is no credible evidence of wide-scale fraud.
Investigators say people have threatened DA Fani Willis, Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt, and their families in the wake of the indictments. The grand jury has also received threats. Now law enforcement in Fulton County is on high alert.
This is really important, though, that law enforcement take it seriously and that they begin to make sure that they can counter some of these threats. The insinuation is these people did something wrong and did something against our democracy, that they can't be trusted and they need to be dealt with in some way.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office and the FBI say they're looking into those threats. The sheriff and the district attorney also have security details assigned to keep them safe.
Only one of the 19 defendants is currently an elected official, so that means Governor Brian Kemp must eventually make a decision on the future of State Senator Shawn Still. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis joins us with a story that is new at 5.
So, Randy, how will this work?
Yeah, Alex and Eric, it's the same procedure the governor used earlier this year when he suspended 2 Douglas County commissioners after their indictment on bid rigging charges. Still was not yet a senator when he decided to become one of the Trump alternate electors in December 2020, a choice the grand jury now believes was criminal. Still was elected last year to represent portions of Forsyth and Gwinnett counties. Indicted lawmakers can be suspended, but it's not automatic. The governor has 14 days to appoint a committee that will recommend whether Still should be removed from the state legislature until the case is over. That committee must consist of Attorney General Chris Carr, a member of the Senate, and a member of the House. The governor does not have to follow the committee's recommendation. Still's attorney, Tom Beaver, sent a statement saying, quote, "The evidence at trial will show that Senator Still is innocent as the day is long. We look forward to our day in court to clear his good name." Now, if the Douglas County case is any indication, Kemp might take the full 14 days before making the appointments, and then the committee itself can take as long as 28 days before making a recommendation. So we're several weeks away from finding out whether Senator Still is going to be suspended.
You know, Randy, it's been such a busy week here. That countdown clock, 6 days, around 19 hours. Any indication if any movement will happen this weekend, or are we thinking it will be sometime early next week?
It seems likely, Eric, it's going to be next week. I mean, we talked yesterday about a motion that one of the defendant's attorneys filed saying that they couldn't even get in to see Fani Willis until Monday. I'm hearing that again from other attorneys today. So, they're trying to negotiate whether there can be some sort of bond set, a personal recognizance bond perhaps, before they even show up at the jail. And they can't do that until they meet with the DA.
All right, Randy, thank you.
Okay.
You can stay with Fox 5 both on air and online as we continue to learn more about the Georgia election indictments. Be sure to download the Fox 5 Atlanta app for all the latest breaking news alerts and updates. It is free to download in your app store.